Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Nextlander Thursday grab bag. Let me make sure everybody can hear us and see us. Brad Shoemaker, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hello, Alex Navarro. How are you doing?
Hello. Happy 420 to all who celebrate.
Oh,
yes,
I
I'm
see.
that guy.
Uh-huh. What's up?
I am that guy.
It's bro Alex. What's up, bro?
Mm-hmm.
It's 420.
What up, bro? 420, bro.
No, it's hi. How are you?
I
don't know. I can make up my own 420 stuff. You don't. Nobody owns 420.
Is the thing you made up doing the Disturbed song?
It's like doing the Disturbed song while taking a bong rip. What?
All right. Well, unfortunately, I don't have my David Draymond bong with me here, but I think we decided maybe doing drugs on the stream is maybe not maybe somewhat frowned upon. So hang on for 1 second.
The community guidelines were somewhat vague, let's say, for our Twitch channel. If you ripped a bit of the cloud into frame, I think it would be okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Right.
This is also frowned upon. Are you a cat? Are you what kind of animal are you? Don't stop it. We're gonna play.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna add a second here to distance the next.
I'm the green dragon. Okay.
Oh,
so that's gotta be a weed strain, right?
Sure. Yes, the green dragon.
Wait, I didn't know there were masks without like a mouth.
I know that seems tough to breathe in.
Opening.
There's like a nose opening. It's fine.
I can't believe you went over and you put all that dry ice in your mouth. And let it
I know, right?
That's
really hurting the inside of my mouth right now.
Stagecraft.
What are you vaping? What is it?
It's just a pen. Just a little pen. That we
What's
got.
in it? What's in it?
It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
Is it a hybrid?
Yeah.
Like a Prius? Like Prius? Is you vaping Prius? Okay.
Yeah, no, I did, in that you can steal the catalytic converter off of it. Yes.
Uh-huh. We are here to grab some bags. You know what I'm saying? saying? We have a grip of bags. We have a dime of bags. No. We have balls. That's what I was talking about. A bunch of games today to show you, starting with, you guys ever hear of a little property called Minecraft?
I'm aware of it.
Minecraft.
Is it German?
Yes, it's a German beer. Minecraft is a video game where you build stuff. Minecraft Legends is a video game where you attack stuff and you build some stuff. This came out recently. It's on Game Pass. If you partake there, I think it's $40. If you do not,
if you partake,
yes, I see.
Yeah, if you partake of the Game Pass. So you kind of boot up Minecraft and you get this big kind of story. I'll show some of the beginning story here before I jump in. Get my mouse off screen. Here we go. Hopefully this doesn't overwrite my save. Will it? No, I don't want to replay the tutorial. Let's just start from the beginning because I'm going to skip over to my save, hopefully anyway. Hopefully that didn't just overwrite all of my save data.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Because you do get some nice cinematics, and then those aren't as, they don't have that happen as much once you're in the game. So I kind of want to show a bit of what's happening narratively here. It's an okay game. Actually, right before when I was doing some more prep work for this, I was having a good time.
Okay. Because on the podcast, you were a little more muted about it.
Yeah. I was a little bored, but I unlocked some more stuff that made it a little more fun.
Hello. I hope you're feeling okay.
That was a big rip.
Upsets my stomach.
Thank you for having the courage to come.
Huh.
I am Foresight.
I'm Action.
There's already way more story than I thought this was going to have.
I wish we had met under different circumstances, but this world is under attack, and we need your help.
They skip some stuff here, which is interesting.
Creatures known as the piglins have emerged from their fire.
Did I hit skip tutorial?
And they mean to conquer this
No, you didn't.
land and all the creatures that live
You did not hit skip tutorial.
We need your help to make sure that doesn't happen. But don't worry, you won't be alone.
If my audio is coming through too muted, just let me know. I will take the mask off. I just thought it would be fun to leave this on as long as possible.
With the right melodies from this loot, the LAs will gather your resources, keep them safe for you, and build whatever you need.
Within this case, burn the flames of creation. The flames will call upon friends to fight by your side. These golems helped us shape the overworld.
I'm sorry,
Now
these what?
they will help you defend
Golems.
And last, but not least, this is the banner of courage. Raise it high, and this world will rise to your aid.
You getting all this?
It's like, you know, they put
piglins' hunger
some
is
narrative
insatiable.
trappings on everything.
They already have a foothold in the overworld. And if they are not
And I
stopped,
continue to love
they
this
will
art style
devour
with good lighting on it.
We didn't prepare the creatures of our world for this day.
This just reminds
But
me
we
of
believe
that,
you can.
That's why we called upon you.
God, what was the name of that
If there
mod
isn't
that I was
any
running? We were streaming Minecraft.
Yes. It was pretty good looking.
The one that made it all purdy.
Oh,
That horse is dying.
Just enough to show you a thing or two about these tools.
So what happened was there's a multiverse as far as I can understand. Here you're into your flat lighting, but
There's no
there's
telling what you'll face in the overworld now that the piglins are here.
it's got a
So
multiverse,
assuming
and they
master
pulled you
these
in from
tools,
another
the better.
Minecraft universe because their world is
does
being
action
overrun
get
by
started?
piglins from the Nether, and they did not prepare their world for this kind of invasion. But you are just a what looks like a regular Minecraft player who has probably blown up a lot of stuff. So now we're kind of in the tutorial, and I'll show some of this and then skip ahead to my save.
Great. Now let's get to work.
The
Get
overworld
busy.
is filled with resources you can gather to help you fight the piglins. And that's where the LAs come in. Play the right melody on your lute, and they'll gather anything for you.
Let's start by playing the melody to gather wood.
So
The wood melody.
so at the bottom there, it'll show you kind of what you're going to gather, and then with the left trigger, you can place a box, and then the allays are basically your. Wait, where is the wood? Oh, they run too far already. The allays are going to gather it up for you, and it'll tell you how much you're going to gather in the lower left of the screen. Next, they're going to probably show me how to gather stone.
Make your way to where action is and use your lute to gather some stone.
Okay, gotta give me the stone thing.
Nice work.
Let's do that again.
You're
This
outpacing
time,
the
play
tutorial.
melody for gathering stone.
Yeah, I really am. There it is. Okay. And then they're going to show me how to build a bridge. And then I think
Okay.
we can kind of just go into the game. That's the loop, basically. I can show you the combat on my own.
Resources you need.
did they ever give you a way to? Ooh,
Step 2 is
check.
playing the melody.
Hi.
That way
You-
the
Yeah, you're there.
smile
I sound like a robot on my end. Is that not coming
Build some
through?
stairs.
No, you sound
No.
okay
Come
here.
and join me up here.
Check. Well, it just went away. Who knows? Do they ever give you a way to automate the resource gathering like proper RTS style, or do you always just have to manually like go say, get me some stone?
No, not
Well
proper.
done.
At least for me
Stairs
and
are
where
going to
I
save you a
am,
lot
not
of
proper
time, I think.
RTS style.
You'll use flames of creation to
You
call
kind of
friends
run
to
around
fight.
dropping those resource gatherings, but there will be villagers that'll just gather certain things for you and drop them in a chest.
Now, let's light those flames.
Light those flames.
Light them up. Smoke them if you got them.
So this is where you make your spawners for your golems. Golems? I say golem.
Great.
I usually
Spot
you
They
say
said
golem. I
golem.
usually say golem.
creation that
I
will
said
help
golem,
our
I usually-
allies. Golem.
I said golem now for Lord of the Rings and golem for a
Right.
thing made out of stone.
Well, I think that's
exactly why.
correct.
So look, you spawn them here. You spawn them here. You see the count in
Spawn
the
'em
lower
everywhere.
right?
But they'll rally behind you.
That's my
Use the banner of courage to bring your friends over.
troop count. Currently, I can't have more than 20. You hit X, and they all rally around you. You hit
Oh.
Y, and they kind of charge forward.
There's something fun about a bunch of minions just swarming around you.
Yeah, but in combat, the whole thing kind of turns into a mess. So
They mess
Gotta
up
work on your
minions.
micro, bro.
I know, seriously.
Mhm.
Get your APMs up.
Okay, I'm gonna go leave this and load my other game. So that's
Your other
kind of
game that we're hoping is still there.
yeah. We hope it's still there. Okay, this looks like
That looks
You can
normal.
always go online. If not,
I could.
just do a little matchmaking.
excuse me. My general complaint with this game is controlling the units is kind of rough, and it sometimes just feels like not a lot of depth in the combat. Like and maybe you'll see some of that, and maybe that's a me problem, not a game problem, but kind of looking at some of the other complaints about it from other people seem like
that's maybe just use the word kaboomery.
General kaboomery, yes.
So
sorry, I'm gonna reconnect with the call. Sorry, I'm getting robot stuff again.
Basically, what I'm doing is I'm assaulting this. I'm actually all the way over here. At nighttime, you can see the sun moving across. At nighttime, the piglins are going to attack this base or this village, so I want to get over here in the night. But right now, I'm over here kind of attacking this base, which I think I can do. I'm going to spawn some troops, and we're going to go make a rally. I've got a decent amount here, but I've lost track of some. So let's see. I was removing some of the nether here, which is an upgrade I got. Let's remove a little bit more. Cure the nether. Ooh, what was that bug? And let's spawn in some troops. Where is that coming from?
What's that?
It's like bug? Do you hear that? Like weird bug sound. All right.
Not the horse?
No, it's like someone's dive bombing. All right, let's maybe it was that guy there. Spawn in some healing units, and let's just go.
All right.
Okay, we'll recall everybody back here. Fight! All right.
Fight.
So I can swing my sword. Kind of take on guys. I'm the hero unit. Obviously, I can do cool stuff. I've got a bunch of melee guys. I've got some stun guys, and I've got those cure guys. And I built these bridges to assault this base. So I'm ascending this base to make it up to here.
Hey, you've been busy.
Yeah. I mean, building these doesn't take a long time. It's weird. They're like, I guess I destroyed all the unit manufacturing. So there's nothing here. So I'm just going to go have them charge this tower to destroy it. And then kind of hang out while they do that. Usually they come through this portal, but
yeah, I was gonna say, is this the usual amount of resistance that you face?
No.
Okay.
What are the win conditions like in the story? Is it typically just destroy all their buildings?
For this style of mission, you have to go destroy this portal here. But I'm just gonna take out their towers. So I really just need to destroy this. Oh, there comes somebody. Hi.
There's a guy.
Okay. I don't think you can hit buildings yourself, but I'm kind of unclear on that. All right, let's just destroy this portal. Ah! So they're gonna go work on that. While they do that, I don't know. While I'm here, since there's nothing really I can do, build the ramp. This is how you build ramps. Could defend them.
But why?
These guys came out the wrong side of the portal. If you guys have this or want to join in, the co-op is pretty easy. Drop in, drop out. It's you split the units. Basically, the unit cap at the bottom. You can't go past that, and you split the available units that you have. So it doesn't really change the balance of the game, though it does get a little bit easier to micromanage some units. But you can see they're kind of taking that portal down. I do have
a sweet time about it.
Yeah, I do have a catapult. Into the
you had a catapult this whole time and you're not using it?
It's pretty far away.
Oh. You've come too far.
Yeah, I mean, I can run all the way back to... It's a cool catapult.
I mean, if it's a cool catapult, I think it might be worth it.
Yeah.
What is sadder than a catapult unused?
One more push and the portal will fall.
I'm gonna say this is not indicative of how these things usually go. I think I just happened to load in at the very end of one of these assaults.
Did they eat your catapult?
Sure. I mean, this thing's about to fall.
Yes, but I was promised a catapult.
I know. I do want to show you the catapult. I thought it was somewhere over here. Let me circle around. I built it, and then I was like, "This is a bad side to assault this base from." Well, now it's
neither here nor there.
Yeah. Let me send these piglins back to hell,
where they belong.
Sacrifice was the game I was looking for. We were talking about yesterday. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I do. Sacrifice. I don't think I ever played that.
Look at this guy. It's like that guy from Dune. He's not happy. So there are different factions. This is oh geez. This is like the poison faction. I forget their name. Something of the spore. There's something of the hunt. He's not happy.
Oh, the no snot is really ugh.
I feel like the game could look like that now. You know?
Yeah.
The whole game.
So why doesn't it?
The villagers are eager to support your heroic efforts. Their contribution waits in the village chests.
So
the
this
devourer has been awakened.
Okay.
They are slow to act, but their insatiable hunger will get the better of them sooner or later.
Ugh! The horde of the spore makes my blocks crawl. They are such a foul breed of piglin.
This village will need your help tonight.
So this village, according to the map, is going to be attacked. At night, the piglins usually build a forward base, or they attack something. So you can kind of go in there and help a village. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help this village. So we're going to need some resources to do that. And this is where I think the multiplayer actually comes in handy, which is someone can be off just collecting resources the entire time while somebody else is building. Because you do run out, and it is kind of a pain in the neck to have to run back and go get resources. If you look on the map, this is kind of a thing I didn't notice until like an hour in, but it will tell you what resource is in which area or which is prominent. So this has iron, you can see over on the right there. This has redstone. The game doesn't pause, by the way. I think that's diamond. So you can see what's going to be in the area. All right, let's build some business here. Oh, from where they're going to come. So you know what? I'm just going to do some light defense here. Towers.
Just a little bit of defense.
Yeah.
Get yourself a nice perimeter.
Oh, a little perimeter wall or tower defense. Mine all the natural resources. And there are limit caps on the resources. I think for the stone and wood right now, mine are 1,000.
Okay.
All right. I think we're good there. And I can build a well house, battle drum.
Here's probably the $1 million question for you, Vinny.
Yeah, please.
From Whedon Escatos in our Discord chat. Is this game fun solo?
It's all right. Yeah, it's like okay.
You seem to be indicating maybe that's not really the way it's like intended to be played.
So this is also the campaign. There is a versus mode which I haven't tried at all yet. I'm not really interested in that.
What if you tried it though?
I could try it.
What if you gave it a shot?
Yeah, we can give it a shot, but it's okay solo. Like I said, I got a little bored playing. Let's see, how much time do we have on here? I think it's going to be night fairly soon. I have enough time to go back to the Well of Fate.
There's a pretty good chance right now that if you were to start playing that game multiplayer right at this very moment, a stoned 15-year-old will whip your ass.
That is always the case.
Yeah.
But especially today.
That's why it's a good idea.
I
agree.
Collect a power tower. Let's collect coal. I don't have that yet. So, at the bottom left of the screen there, you can see that I think they call it Prismarine. It's the thing I have 120 of. You only get that by doing piglin-based stuff, like destroying their buildings and portals.
Can better prepare you for the fight.
The 168 thing, or I forget what they're called. You get that by killing piglins, and then everything else you kind of get in the world. All right. They're probably going to attack this pretty soon, so let's warp over there. You're all going to die! You can recruit... Oh, I should build some folks to help me defend. You can recruit archers, villagers or illagers. I don't really know which ones they are.
Villagers.
Probably illager, I would say, is in this. And then
are they ill?
They're pretty ill. And creepers to your side.
Man, I missed that. I missed that giant group Minecraft stream we did a couple of years ago so much.
That's pretty fun.
It was one of the most favorite streams of mine that we have ever done.
Okay.
There were a lot of villagers in that stream.
The sun is...
Oh, here we go.
But how many illagers?
So we've got a timer here, and that's the next to it is the health of my my tower, my main base.
So you just have to survive for that duration?
Yep. Here they come. About to get illagers.
Light them up.
I'm gonna build another tower here. Lay off. Go get them. So I can also build walls. Whoop. Stop fighting. So I don't know if they come from multiple directions at this point in the game. They're just coming from over here.
I mean, if they don't, that's fairly bad strategy on their part.
Yeah. Here, so they're coming over here.
Piglins.
They're attacking my tower. Smart. Go get them. Of course,
Give
I can go in
for?
there. Do some business. Let's see. Anybody else coming?
Sorry.
A little gassy today.
Mm-hmm. I had
we
some
got
spicy soup.
That's a spicy soup. The warthog guys. Like I said, I can just kind of wall off some of this. Enjoy those sound effects.
The piglins have sent reinforcements.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, because they haven't done shit yet.
Well, go get... This is the kind of stuff that I'm like, come on, man. Just get in there.
We don't know how to do anything unless you tell us.
So I don't know if these towers shoot well over walls, which is kind of annoying. When I've built them before, I usually try to build them in the wall, but then they don't act... They can't overwrite the wall, which I hate. I actually despise that, because I think gates also do not do that, which is like,
There's still more coming.
which is like that should work. that should absolutely work.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Again, could be me. How are we doing over here? Doing okay? Well, we're down a couple of troops. We'll add in some more guys. The other thing they do, and this is absolutely a me thing, is
A new wave of piglins is headed your way.
okay, it's okay. We got 50 seconds. When you are in this mode, this cursor here, I invert my camera, but this cursor is also inverted, which drives me bananas.
Okay.
And that's me. I just don't like I don't like the cursor inverted. But I want my camera inverted. So after the timer runs out, they'll stop sending reinforcements, then I just have to clean up what's left here.
They did absolutely nothing to you.
No. Look, I think I'm still early on. Oh, that's me.
Oh, they did something to you finally.
How'd they do that?
The tables have turned.
Okay.
Now it is time to remove the rest of the piglins.
Mouse and keyboard. So, now you just go and you clean them up. Get them. Where are all my troops?
There you
Seemed
go.
like there were more piglins than that, but they only made me do 2. You can change your hero.
You'd collected enough pork for dinner at that
Maybe you
point.
should set up some defenses in case the piglins return.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Kind of seeing it here so far. I'm changing
Not
my
really
batteries.
grabbing
Fairly
me.
straightforward.
Yeah.
I still want to try it.
It's definitely worth a try. Like,
Maybe check out the multiplayer just to see, but it does seem awfully slight.
do you guys want to see what the verses might look like?
I had kind of suggested that to Phil for time because I had to pivot last minute what I'm going to do, but I've kind of mostly got it set up over here now, so we can move on if you want.
Let me see if I can. Let me show you what it looks like to attack a bit of a bigger base here, because they are. Let me just ride up to this base here. They do get more intense. And so while you're kind of trucking now is when I would go and get my resources back. And you can see this is going to fill up my, this is 2,189. That's going to fill up my max here. Whoa. I don't know if everybody else has been playing this out in the wild. I'm sure they have. Those people on Game Pass. I would like to know what people think, what the general consensus is. Is the versus fun?
Oh my gosh. Feral Couch says multiplayer matches are an hour long.
Oh my
boy.
gosh.
All right, well, let's not do that today. It's like an entire damn stream.
Honestly, if that's actually true, that makes me a little less inclined to play the multiplayer as well.
Not ready to dedicate an hour towards
That's a big commitment.
So this is a previous base I destroyed. Almost there. You get other mounts.
How's it going?
You can mount some beetles.
How's it going, Alex?
Oh, it's going good.
Now?
Feeling,
Loose.
feeling all right. Fancy free.
Okay, so this is a big one. They're telling me I'm not good for this, but I'll just kind of show you around here. If you die, you respawn. Is it respawn? Respawn.
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 This motherfucker just said respawn.
Respawn. these
laugh.
This would be a little bit tougher to siege.
Okay, yes, I can see there's a lot more going on here.
Yeah. Boy, you got me job at Respawn Entertainment. Can't.
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I saw where you were going with it.
So this would be harder. Take more time. You might want to up your minion count. You want to get a bunch of other stuff. There's more here that I'm not showing. You get these towers you can plop down, but overall, it's like okay. It's like okay. Right. Whoop! Look at that. I feel like I haven't gotten any music while we've been here, which is also kind of weird.
It is a bit odd.
Turn the music off.
I don't think so. No?
No, it's up.
Do we have music
Wait,
before?
you don't like this bass dirge that's happening in the background?
This may be a little weird.
That shit that sounds like fucking Les Claypool like belching on his bass.
Yeah. Any other questions about this? I can try and answer, but that's kind of it. Again, multiplayer allows you to bring in other players to kind of do the same thing. Let's just look and see what this is. Private training. Let's just see what a training would look like. Okay. Looks like you can do 4v4. Let's see what it is. Hopefully this doesn't take an hour to get into the training.
While you're doing that, I'm going to get set up for the next thing.
Okay. Respawn. Brad, did you want to go, or you're good next?
Let's let Alex go next. I'm still trying to.
Mine'll be pretty short.
Things.
Matt Thor asks, what would they have to add to the game for you guys to enjoy it more? I thought it was going to be more base building, honestly.
If you destroy the opponent's base, you win. Best of luck to you.
Well, there you go. Training over. Shit. Great. Well, okay. I guess there are, maybe it looks like there are, what do you call these in like Dota? Like just regular mobs? Creeps?
Yeah, creeps.
AI? I really feel like there should be music.
Constantly spawning.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
I
good
would
to roll whenever.
Run up to this guy's base and hit it a bunch. Destroyer at his base using strategy.
Huh. I mean, we tried everything else. Why not?
Using strategy. Okay, well, I'm not going to go use strategy right now. But yeah, okay, I guess I get it. Strategy. Don't try not to respawn. All right, Alex.
Yes.
Let's see what's going on in Alex land. What do you got here?
I have a game that I don't know if it's surprise dropped or what. I was surprised to see it. A game based on that Renfield movie starring Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult.
So this is officially licensed.
Yes. None of the actor likenesses, but it is based on the movie, or loosely. But it's, hey, you like Vampire Survivors?
I do like Vampire Survivors.
This is that.
Okay, like, but
yes.
What's up with the 80s fonts, and is the movie Renfield, does it take place in like the 80s?
I don't think so.
Is it present?
I think it's present day.
Okay.
I think video games just look like this now.
Okay. It's like I like it, like the neon sign aesthetic.
So here, we'll just jump in right here. If one of you wouldn't mind changing the associated game on Twitch for me.
Like that.
We'll do the one stage that I currently have unlocked.
If I'm signed in here. Or Vinny, do you have it?
I'm in there, yeah.
Okay. On the PC over here, there's a lot left to set up.
Mm-hmm. So as Renfield, there are other playable characters, though this is the only one I currently have unlocked. I have this claw ability, and it is, hey, check it out. Here's a whole bunch of enemies swarming at you, and you're collecting not gems, but bugs, because it's Renfield. And then whenever you hit a certain level stat, you get some options here in front of you. So
This looks
Reducing
familiar.
cooldown, always good. Yeah, I mean, look, it is straight up one of these. But there are a couple of things that are slightly different, which I will show in a moment here, once I finish this first wave.
I was almost surprised to see they're charging money for this. Like, when I saw a movie tie-in game, I thought it might just be like a little freebie promotional thing, but...
Yeah, it is only $5, and it is technically in early access right now.
That is Vampire Survivors pricing range.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here now. Critical hit chance? Why not?
Has anyone in the chat seen this movie?
I haven't yet.
Renfield.
Last Gunslinger says it bombed very hard.
Oh, no.
That sucks.
That's because you didn't see it, Alex.
Yep. I got some work ahead of me.
Also, my understanding is, yes, it is bad.
Okay.
I heard Cage was good. There's just maybe not enough of him in it. So I cleared that first area, and then I had to move to a new area, which is a thing. And it's not just a wide open map. It is a series of areas where you get new waves thrown at you. And there's usually like one or two of these big guys, the glowing red ones, on each wave. And then also you're building up, see that purple meter underneath my health meter? You're building up this.
Oh.
Straight up wave clearing attack.
Okay. And then you collect all these little bugs.
Yep. So that does some good damage.
Got some requests to show the pyramid tomb, if that's possible.
Oh yeah, if I get to the boss fight, you'll see it. I think I will. I'm just powered it up enough to regularly get to the boss. I just haven't beaten him yet. Because like Vampire Survivors, there are external bonuses and buffs that you can purchase with the gold that you're collecting in your runs.
Kids have been asking to go see that D&D movie, so I think we might try and go see that this weekend. I've been asking to go see
that sounds
it.
like a movie. That sounds pretty all right.
It's getting good recommendations from certain friend circles that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. So many bugs.
Bleh. So these guys have guns, but they just don't. They do shoot you. Eventually.
They do shoot you, yeah. There's a little bit of bullet hell going on. Is the official recognized genre name for this now Bullet Heaven? Is that what we're calling it?
I have seen that some and kind of like that.
Okay.
I feel like there are a lot of contenders out there still, though.
I also like Bullet Heck.
Got a little audio chop here. That's on our end, not your end, if you're hearing it. Oop. Did you say Bullet Heck, Alex?
Yes, I did.
I thought there wasn't there like an auto shooter term for these or something? Like auto...
I don't know.
Well, that's boring. I don't like that.
Okay. Auto shooting survival? I don't like that.
That's too many words. It's got to be something snappy.
Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if Bullet Heaven even actually does refer to this kind of game. I've just seen that phrase and thought it was cool.
I think it applies. I mean, the number of bullets is more of like a boon to you in these kinds of games than it is a hindrance. Good old fleur-de-lis. All right. Okay, so this stage here, you see the little cheerleader lady running around.
There she goes.
This is the stage where once I clear this wave, I collect an innocent victim, and then my decision is, am I going to feed her to Dracula or am I going to spare her?
Okay. And if you feed her to Dracula?
It's an easier extraction from the level. But if you save her, if you choose not to give her to Dracula, I think the reward is better at the end of the stage, if you can make it.
Or you may have addressed this, but is there active button input on this one?
No.
Not at all? It's
Just
purely
WASD.
move? Okay.
The only thing that I'm actively, like, the only time I'm hitting a button is for the
super.
The super, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, because like Rhythm Storm and God, what was that? That other 3D Soul something
Yeah.
that I played a few months ago. It seems like a lot of these games of this type are adding like one or two active abilities, which I feel like maybe is diluting the purity of the experience a little bit.
Just a hair.
Like,
I think there's room for it, but yeah.
don't read too much into this, but I feel like you should be able to play these games one-handed.
So the timer there is how long I have to finish this and the boss fight before it will start, like my health will start ticking down if I take too long getting out.
There was a game for the Super Nintendo, I think it was Seventh Saga, that had a one-handed controller configuration mode. Where it mapped everything to the left or
What is that, like an action adventure? Action
it was an
RPG thing?
RPG with some sick Mode 7 battles.
Oh, I remember that game.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm looking at that now. I don't think I ever played that. I might have rented that once.
I liked it.
All right, here we go. So here's our boss.
All right, go get him.
Let's see.
Giga Lupus.
There's,
you know what?
there's your
Oh yeah, look at that.
that's Pyramid Tomb.
True to its name, Giga Lupus is certainly a large werewolf. The minigun. And you're looking at these screenshots of 7th Saga, like using Mode 7 for RPG battles seems like such a no-brainer. I'm surprised more people didn't do it. Like, it's like sort of straight AC Star looking battle screen.
I own that game. I never finished it.
Okay, so the reason I got that big speed
Whoa.
and attack boost there is because I bought something beforehand called a coffin,
Okay.
which is basically you get to revive once when your health goes down.
Fat rat that explodes.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
7th Saga was put out by Enix, developed by a developer called Produce with an exclamation mark. Produce!
That's what your boss yells at you right before he lays you off.
I remember wanting to like it more than I did.
I'd say that goes for a lot of games of that type of that era.
Yeah. It was like a game I owned, so I kind of had to want to like it.
You had to convince yourself it was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've all been there, friend.
I'm not getting another game for 6 months. I gotta make this count.
Make this one last.
Yeah. It's one of the numerous reasons I bought so few games in that era. I just rented almost everything.
Your health is super
I'm getting
low.
posed. Yeah, it's not going great here.
I'm not even sure what you're getting hit by.
Well, now the timer's done, so it's starting to tick me down.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, I got him! At the very last second, I got him!
Does that count? Are you gonna die? Your health?
I don't know. Game over.
Man.
I can't tell.
What?
Ooh.
Level complete.
Wait, I'm so confused.
That's never happened.
Which one is it?
I think my run is technically over, but maybe I got some stuff. It's okay.
Unfortunate.
I did it. Yes, I can buy a new level.
Okay.
I should at least see what that looks like. I can also buy a fork. Fantastic.
Don't forget your fork.
Forks are good.
I can buy another coffin.
Apparently, Produce also made a game called Brain Lord.
Okay. Is that for the
Play Brain
PC?
Lord.
I did not play Brain
That was also a Super Nintendo.
Okay, that's all I can buy for now. Well, let's try this other stage.
Yeah, why not? Oh. We're dog sitting my parents' dog, which is this kind of smaller dog. I don't know what it is. I think it's a dog, but it's like
Okay, it's probably a dog if they tell you it's a dog.
it's probably a dog, but it's like smaller and long, like what's the long hot dog? Dachshund?
Like a Dachshund?
Dachshund?
Yes, yes, a Dachshund.
Got
That's what
Dachshunds
it
here.
is.
Dachshunds. But it's kind of mixed, like almost like with like a Shih Tzu kind of coat, you know, like hairy like that. Anyway, I don't know what you're supposed to do with a dog like that, because it can't really. She's older too. She's an older dog, but she wants to get up on like the chairs and stuff, but can't do it. Like
Can't quite do it.
Can't get her arm. Gets like her arms up, but then she's got this really long body, and like can't like pull up like her back legs on it. And she's older. Are you just supposed to pick up dogs like that? Just, I guess it's a lap dog, right? You just put them in your lap.
Yeah.
They're literally called that for a reason, man.
So you just pick them up.
Well, I mean, if they'll tell you if they don't like it.
Well,
Old dog deserves an assist.
like I pick her up, and every time I pick her up, she kind of goes like wild-eyed, like I'm gonna put her in a meat grinder. But then she's okay when I put her back down.
No, it's okay. They just look like that sometimes.
So I moved all our step stools in front of, like we have step stools for the kids in the bathroom so they could like see in the mirrors and stuff. I moved all those near our couches and chairs to be like, do you need help getting up here? It's weird.
Yeah, one day you're gonna have to do that for Kirby.
A little step stool. Yeah, like make a little ramp up to the couch. Poor old Curb.
No, you'll have to pick him up.
Oh my gosh, I hope not. My parents' house also doesn't have stairs, and we have stairs. So that's probably not cool.
How are the dog relations around there? How's the home dog taking all this?
Kirby's great, and so is, my parents' dog is also really awesome too. Like, good dog.
No strife, no territorial.
No. There was like a little bit on the couch at first, but it's fine now. Everybody's cool.
Fighting over food.
We feed them at the same time now, and if Kirby will finish his food before she does, we just keep an eye on him. Otherwise, there might be a little like snarling, but they're good dogs. They're both good dogs. I just don't know. Like, small dogs just kind of weird me out a little bit. Like, I feel like I'm gonna trip over her constantly or sit on her accidentally.
Rat swarm.
Rat swarm.
Yep, that's a swarm of rats coming out of me.
Do you feel like the upgrades in this game are satisfying?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the variety of them is maybe like my one issue. Is it feels like there's probably a lot of stuff I haven't unlocked yet, so maybe there's more that I just haven't seen, but I do feel like I'm running into a lot of the same abilities so far, and I haven't gotten far enough in to feel like I'm really upgrading them in a significant way yet.
Have you hit that point where you just feel like a screen clearing Cuisinart? Okay.
Definitely not. I mean, having this ability gives you a little bit of that, but like, it does not feel like I am just a walking, machine of death just yet.
I'll say this about the small lapdog. She's cuddly. She's like a stuffed animal. It's like, I don't know what her coat is, but it's like just soft and cuddly coat that sits in your lap. Like, oh, that's snuggly. Kirby is not really like a snuggly dog.
Yeah.
Kirby's a good dog. He wants to be a snuggly dog.
But he's kind of bony and wiry, you know?
Well, I wouldn't say wiry. He's like muscly. He's like a...
Yeah.
He's lean. He's like a slab of beef with some hair.
His dog is badass, okay?
And my dog is a badass dog. If anybody's met Kirby, you know it's badass. Yeah. This dog is just like you lose your hand in the fur kind of thing, like a
big old ball of floof.
Floof.
Yeah, I mean,
dog.
We have a cat that is very similar to that, and yes, you hug her, and it's like you're hugging a really fluffy pillow.
Yeah, Kirby's coat is like super short, like more hair than fur. Kirby is I think he's a Pitweiler, they call it, like Pitbull Rottweiler mix, or at least when I looked up Pitweiler, it looked just like Kirby. Like somebody took a picture of him. If you look it up, it's not the ones that look like they've been at the gym all day and they're super swole. The kind of like more Rottweiler than Pitbull, I think.
Probably won't go well, but let's try the not sacrificing the Dracula option this time.
That makes it harder?
It makes it harder.
Question from the Twitch chat: are we going to be doing Dead Island 2 after this? We're not. We're going to be doing Dead Island tomorrow, and we're going to be doing some. Are we going to look at that path tracing, Brad, on the Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
I want to see that.
Mess around with that.
Don't worry, I'll be done here soon enough.
Maybe another thing real quick. Top of that.
Another question: are we going to check out Meet Your Maker? We talked about that during the Planorama. I haven't booted it up. I'm curious. When I was looking at the Steam reviews, it seemed like the balance stuff was a little funny in terms of not having to. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but not having to make it through your own level to submit a level, which seemed like led to people just making death traps, like horrible death traps.
But the old Mario Maker problem.
Well, at least in Mario Maker, you had to complete a level before submitting it. So I don't know if that's actually true. That's just what I was
doesn't want to die.
I will be back in 2 seconds before we switch over.
Okay, a lot of people saying a lot of creators are going more for the fun part than just the pure frustration. So that's good to hear.
There's always going to be those sadists out there that just want to make you as miserable as possible. Can't completely get around that. I mean, it's kind of what that game was built for, right?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fun. Like, I really like the description of it.
I just get my jollies these days making giant bomb editors play terrible games. I don't need to create a death house.
And Alex, you've been playing the DLC for Vampire Survivors, right?
Yes, I have. The most recent campaign they put out.
How are your characters doing? Unlocked?
I've unlocked the vast majority of characters. There are, I think, like a handful of like kind of annoying to get ones that I haven't gotten, but that's it.
At the bottom of the screen there where it says progress, are you filling that bar?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just waiting for me to finish this guy off because he's taking a while. There we go. Oh, is there someone else that's just like milling around in here?
Hiding?
Oh yeah, there he is. He got stuck. There we go. All right, we have a new boss.
Oh, is this a luchador?
I can't quite... Kind of looks like it.
Let's say.
It's either that or a naked ninja. I can't tell which.
Question for the chats out there. If you've seen that Mario movie, what are we thinking? Great, okay, terrible, fun? From the folks I've talked to, and my personal feelings are, it's okay. And it seems to be from the friends I've talked to, it's okay. Okay. Getting some, it rocks, it's fine, it's solid, acceptable, good, not great. Sugarbeard says, I thought it ruled, but I went with a 6-year-old who was losing his shit. That's fun.
That seems like the right way to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
My personal thoughts are the movie was had a really good, strong start and then kind of turned into kind of blah. After they go on their Mario and Peach go on their mission, they kind of decide to go do their thing. Then the movie just kind of got a little boring. But the setup I thought was fun. Like everything leading up to Mario and Peach deciding to go out was fun.
Yeah, that's really what I'm there for, is the relationship story.
Uh-huh.
And there we go.
Game over! That was
Game
my
over?
Game never over.
That was my Raul. Yeah. Rest in peace.
So that is Renfield, Bring Your Own Blood. It's one of these, and again, it is in early access, but it's also only $5, and I think not bad.
Okay. Do you know what? Do you have any idea what the early access means?
I mean, they've just been updating it. Like there have been at least a couple patch updates since it dropped, and it seems like they're doing things like balance updates, interface updates, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay. Brad Shoemaker, are you ready?
Hello, I believe so.
All right. I'm going to stop sending to you.
Okay. I'm going to take it back to
Fire
us.
up a video game here.
Oh, video game.
Don't believe in him.
I've got 2 games, as a matter of fact.
Oh? At the same time. That's how strong the computer is. 2
That's right.
games at the
That's right.
same time. Well, let me
And if you had to pick, the first one would be, what would it be?
Uh-huh.
What would it be?
Would it be a game called Quake?
That was not what I was expecting. I'm going to be honest with you.
Would it be the second? Oh, hang on. I can't see. Did we switch over? I can't
Yes.
see the VMix at the moment.
Yes, I've switched over.
It's the second worst Quake game.
Ah,
Just indulge me for a minute. We won't have to be in here super long.
okay.
Also, you can't see my frame rate counter.
I cannot.
Now, can you?
Is this
No.
Quake 2
Okay.
or Quake 2 RTX?
This is the Quake 2 RTI. Now, I just wanted to fire the 2 reasons I wanted to fire this up. Number one, I could not even barely hit 60 frames a second on my old machine with a 3080 in it and a 7-year-old CPU with resolution scaling on. I am now getting 200 frames a second at native resolution.
Oh, you know what? I can barely see it in the upper right. Let me push it over to my
you see
bigger
the
monitor.
steam overlay?
Yeah, I see it.
I don't
I
see
see the little frame counter.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Well, the steam overlay is coming in. Interesting. I did not expect that.
Let me make it bigger for me so I can actually see it.
Let's do some fun time of day stuff here. I think I'm still getting. Am I still getting the audio from VMix? I think
it's possible. Yeah, let me.
Look at that sun go. Gotta go.
Oh yeah. Go. Hi, sun. Whoa.
Oh. The other reason, real quick, that I wanted to fire this up is they patched it for the first time in a year 2 days ago.
Oh.
And put in a flashlight. Although I think the flashlight needs to be way brighter. I don't think there are any options for. Although now it's nighttime here, at least.
Sure.
Okay, there's a little bit there.
Let me just god myself up here.
Look at your reflection.
Okay.
Got no target mode on, so this guy doesn't know what the fuck.
Make the colored lights go. Shoot something down a hallway. Were they always that wibbly wobbly?
Yeah. Yes.
Jeez.
I can't.
You're definitely not supposed to look at them this up close.
I cannot remember the technical reason for it, but yeah, the precision, the precision on the vertices and the Quake 2 character model is low, and so you get the swimmy surfaces.
Oh my gosh.
All right, here. Let me just make it nighttime here. Yeah, I hope they add a way to increase the, I don't know what the lighting term is for the intensity of the flashlight.
I'll call it intensity.
Brightness and the throw and all that stuff should be configurable. I hope they add that, although maybe that's going to take another year. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this runs real good.
Uh-huh.
And this flashlight is pretty cool.
Uh-huh. Look at that lighting. Look at these guys stomping.
Look at these soft shadows. Look at the soft shadows.
Look how soft those shadows are. You could rest your head and go to sleep on that shadow.
Oh.
Oh, I need to do that.
Look at that grenade. Oh. Look at that fire. Look at that water.
Look at that wet metal.
I've told the story 1,000 times. I'm going to tell it 1,001. I used my my lunch money from college. You know, you get like your prepaid meal plan, and there was on a card, and it was basically equivalent to dollars because it was like for books and stuff. And I burned it for basically the entire semester on a Voodoo 2.
Oh yeah,
Voodoo 2 card.
Yeah.
In college to go play Quake 2, and it was the right move.
And it looked just like this, right?
You know, in my mind it did, but clearly it didn't.
All right, we should switch over. I listened to a like 3 or 4 hour podcast on the history of NVIDIA recently.
Okay.
It was fairly exhaustive. And man, I forgot how fast graphics cards were coming out back then. It was like GeForce to GeForce 2 was like 6 months apart. Like they were just cranking video cards out like fucking crazy. The late 90s, early 2000s.
I remember when GeForce came out and like nobody really knew what, like it was, you know, it wasn't as big a thing. Like AMD was still around, or the Radeon cards were there.
Yeah, with ATI.
ATI, right? Yeah. So that and like I was like, what's a GeForce? Like is this going to be a thing? Like I don't know what a GeForce card is. Like, and then the monster cards. Did they go to Voodoo 4?
Voodoo 4 did not exist.
Okay.
They went from Voodoo 3 to the unreleased. Did some Voodoo 5s get on the market? I've never been clear on that.
And then like, could you SLI cards? Could you stick them together? Should you get 2 of them? Stick them together? It was a mess,
yes.
man.
Yes, you could in fact scanline interleave your Voodoo cards. That whole 3DFX situation was weird because they basically just ate shit due to bad business decisions, and then NVIDIA just came in and bought all of their technology. All right, let me move over to Cyberpunk here.
All right, Cyberpunk it up. And then what raster card are you gonna get? You're gonna get who was making Turtle Beach make like
you like your 2D card, your desktop card?
Yeah.
Yes. When I got my hands on a TNT, it was so mind-blowing. I was like, I only need one card in this machine for everything.
It sounded like they just beeped you out on our end. It must have, did you just launch a game or something when you were talking?
I did, yes.
I
did.
You got like bleeped.
Where did that come from?
Interesting.
Yeah, you got like
huh. Okay. Well, there's perhaps some kinks to work out on this new setup here. Let me switch the capture over real quick.
Censored.
If it's all right, I'm going to cut the audio down manually.
You do what you got to do.
This game, because we don't really need to hear it super great.
I could always boost it up more here, so do what you need to do.
Yeah, that's good. I don't have it set up so I can independently level games in this call right now. All right, let's hop in here.
All right, let me know.
Okay, we have a clip in the Discord chat of you getting beeped.
If you want to check it out later.
I hope that is not hopefully that is not a frequent thing. Maybe something else to troubleshoot.
Let me know when we should be seeing. I will let you know if we are seeing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to start sending again.
That'd do it.
There we go. Okay, taking it over. So this is with it all on, or do you want to start with it off?
This is with the path tracing on.
All right, here we go. And is this everything maxed out?
There is only one setting. It's just on or off.
Oh, I mean, even like graphics and everything else?
Sorry. Actually, you can change DLSS. So this is the highest DLSS.
Okay.
I could just turn DLSS off if you want to see it running native. This is on I know I've said my specs recently, but this is a 7950X 3D and a 4090.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting at 1440p on basically the fastest CPU and graphics card on the market. I'm getting about 35 to 40 FPS.
Okay.
1440p.
Can you? Yeah, let's walk around a little bit.
This is a super new early game save that I just downloaded off the internet because I have not played Cyberpunk myself.
Okay.
I don't know if there's better places to go to look at fun lighting necessarily. I can change the time of day.
Okay. There are definitely from what I remember playing, there are definitely Blade Runner-esque dark with light pouring in from surfaces areas.
Yeah, let me see what kind of autosaves I got here. 222. I have no idea what. Again, I did not make this character. Oh wow. Crooked View. So I started to mention this earlier. The kind of ongoing 3DFX fan community is completely out of its mind. There are people out there still hacking drivers to try to play modern games on Voodoo 5s. And Crooked View just sent me a link to a guy who apparently is harvesting the graphics chips off of old Voodoo 5 cards and fabricating new cards to put them on.
Great.
Completely insane. Complete insanity.
That's my kind of unnecessary hobby electronics. That is fantastic.
Yes, that is nonsense. Sorry, that was the wrong autosave. Because that puts me back before the tutorial stuff.
Alex, did you play much of this?
I got about a handful of hours in, and it was when the game launched and was just buggy as hell. And I was having some bad times with it, so I kind of put it to the side and never picked it up again.
I'll spare you that you've seen the native frame rate. I'll spare you. And
Thank you.
Turn DLSS back on.
Ray tracing. Overdrive.
Give me everything. Give me everything.
It's pretty nice. Like, honestly, I get, did I just put it on quality?
I think you did.
Yes.
Okay.
And depending on the area, I get like 60, 70, 80 frames a second DLSS quality on.
And this is the path tracing?
Yeah.
Let's get
like I said, I mean, this is early save. Like, I don't know where some like good stuff is to go look at because I haven't really played this game.
Saw some people saying wet and night is generally good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I actually have a couple of prepared saves that we can jump to.
Excellent.
So you said you can swap back and forth at will without rebooting? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
about. Super flexible in this game.
Yeah? Where am I going to find that?
I hear you brought a save.
Did in fact bring a save. Here is a save.
Yeah. No, I know some.
Everybody's dead, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead. But
did you do that?
Look at all these corpses have their own shadows, though.
It's true.
Are they soft?
I think they look pretty soft to me.
Only at an angle or at extreme distance.
Soft ass shadow.
I mean, what do you want to see? Like low?
Sure. Start with low. We'll work our way back up.
Here is low. Here is Cyberpunk low.
Okay.
Get low.
Okay.
Here's ultra.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Like, this is kind of places like this are a pretty good way to see the difference because like this dude looks just like pretty flatly lit here.
Yep. Steam Deck.
But you see the difference in the shading here.
I can't do it. I'm on duty. Well, boys, gotta fight.
Oops. Well, Steam Deck. It's not what I was looking for, but.
Time, you'll soften right up.
Looking right at you.
One of the big things that I notice it doing is like it kind of eliminates a lot of this sort of fake light that is on like character models like this.
Like the highlights.
I mean,
like on his hat.
Less highlights and more of the like you just get this like really flat fake lighting across his face and like see how much more in shadow everything is now because
I don't think it changed the setting on that last one.
It totally did.
Oh, it did. It's not showing Steam Deck the whole time.
Yeah, it's not updating for us when you change it, but
weird.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, it did actually change. It just didn't show it for us for some reason.
Oh, we get shit done too.
Yeah, check it out outside. Let's see. Can you call your car?
I don't think I have a car yet. Unless, can you do that from the beginning of the game?
Try hitting V. Is that what the shortcut is?
That button is red. I don't know if that means.
Okay.
I don't have it yet.
You gotta run out to a street. I don't remember.
Again, I downloaded this character save.
Okay.
I think this is like right after you basically the game opens up and you can sort of leave your house.
There we go. There's some wet roads. That's what video games are all about now, you know? Wet roads.
Wet roads. Can you jump in that car? Look at that car too, right? Can you get in there? Is that a drivable car?
Don't shoot.
Oh, I guess so.
All right.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Trying to like aim my headlights at things.
Relax, people. I'm just showing some soft shadows.
Oh boy.
Woohoo!
It's like the wrong way on the freeway.
Why don't you go try and do a mission? Go meet with Takamura.
Where is that?
Okay, but what if you drove backwards on the freeway for a while instead?
Do that.
Whoa. Whoa.
Interesting.
Whoa. That's
yeah, there are still some bugs for sure.
Okay. It's like when I haven't clean my windshield and.
Is that a bug or is that the future?
Who could say? Oop.
Oh boy.
Sorry. Kind of a divider here. A bit of a problem.
Yeah, I think they don't want you doing the thing that you're doing.
Those are very wet
There's some
roads.
there's some kind of like skill check in this game for stealing cars, because I had tried cars on the save and found that I couldn't.
I don't know. Maybe
Like,
some you can't.
Seemed like it popped what looked like a strength icon or something. It's like my strength wasn't high enough to jack the car.
Chat saying you need stats for it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought. Interesting. Oh man, look at that car.
I don't know if you have the strength for
What
that.
if you stole that car?
Oh no, come back! Ah.
Oh jeez.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I was hoping that stepping in front of that guy would make him stop, but apparently Night City does not roll that way.
This looks pretty good here. This car.
Jack that future caddy.
Oh,
Okay,
I see.
I don't have the stats apparently to take other people's cars yet. Or at least not that one.
Yeah, why don't you try to do that mission? Because I want to see the cutscenes. I think are all in engine, right? So it might be nice to see.
See what a weird guy looks like. That's always the true test of graphics: is how do the weird guys look? What kind of computer will be in this guy's face?
I think some of these early missions have you skulking around. If I remember, which is not a don't bet on it, inside kind of dimly lit areas.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just oh boy, fair warning, I basically have never played this game, so I'm not super familiar with the mechanics or controls or whatever.
Well, you're doing a great job. Look at this driving.
Oh, there we go.
Ew.
Yeah, like places like this, you get a lot more fun, good lighting interactions.
Can we please stop talking about work? What happened to going out and drinking to forget, huh?
Sit.
Fine.
You do not look so bad. Then, in the car, I doubted you would
I
survive.
change mid.
Yeah, I think everything just feels flatter.
What do you actually want
Yeah,
from me?
like look at his face.
To begin,
Kind of stare at it for a second.
Where
Okay.
to find Evelyn
Staring.
He's all I
See how
can
much
see
more,
now.
Yes.
see how much more
Yes.
shadow is on his face because he's only being lit by actual lights in the scene and not by fake lights.
Yes, definitely.
She knows how to get to him.
I'm thinking I ought to have a word with her myself. She promised to help me get rid of the chip.
I
Yep.
do not count on that.
Look at that pizza.
She's
I
like
know.
Look at the lighting on that pizza.
very far
Pizza
away.
looks pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, right.
Look at those soft shadows on those pepperonis.
Just answered your own question about where Evelyn is. Long gone.
You know, it
Why
just
do
gets
you
rid of that
believe she could
inconsistency
help
of like
you
some
remove
lights
the chip?
cast shadows, some
Doesn't
don't, some
corporation
cast
help her?
only like shadows on certain objects, some don't. Just like everything gets the same lighting and it's all sort of physically based, and it's
Got no clue.
unifying all the lighting in the scene is kind of the whole point.
Yes, and stuff seems like his elbows seem to be on that table.
Classified info.
Right. Yeah. Because you're getting shadows just because his elbows are blocking light, right? And
Right.
not
That's cool.
Due to some arbitrary trickery.
I do possess this.
Like I've been looking at, like I pulled up the white paper on the algorithm that they're using here and looked at some other SDK stuff, and like one of the comments I saw about this was that it's the end of hero lights. Like, familiar with that term, like hero assets and stuff like that, and like filmmaking and production of like the hero things or the things that get all the art attention, right? So it's just like
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
kind of don't have to pick and
Don't
choose
have
which
any time
lights
to
are the
lose,
important
so-
lights anymore.
Wait,
It just kind of
I
works.
need you.
Yorinobu Arasaka must answer for this crime of patricide.
Looking for justice. In
Is this a story mission?
I seek
Yes.
revenge.
I think you might go to
Much
Johnny
more
Silverhand
peaceful.
here. I don't remember.
I have allies prepared to bring Yorinobu to his knees.
Yeah, like I said, I
The
think
only
this
thing I
save is
need
like right
is
past
proof.
the
And
on
you
rails
think
tutorial
they'll
stuff.
trust the word of a merc.
First time they sort of turn you
I
loose.
have nothing better now. Also,
I
know
would still like
no
to play
one
through this
here,
game. I think once
and
that
I am
DLC
a
comes out, I'll
fugitive.
probably
I am hunted.
take another look at it.
So what? We stroll into Arasaka HQ and
How about
announce
ooh,
Yorinobu.
ooh, oh wow.
Will
Fast forward.
Yeah.
people.
Oh wow. Huh.
A lie to
In the
Get out of here. I've been reading the responses. Hopefully this will get me there.
prep for the height.
and besides,
Am I free to go? What are we doing here?
Yeah, listening to some TV.
Is he watching TV?
I think he's watching what's happening, yes.
I would first like to ask you.
Fucking Saka scums everywhere.
hey, I was listening to that.
Shut up. Nobody except you wants to watch that shit about that corpo cunt.
What
Uh-oh.
did you say?
Oh boy.
I think
You
I'll let
heard
him
me.
do his.
Listen.
He can do what he
no,
will.
tough guy, you listen. It's people like you two that have brought
see
this
my
country
bow
to its
tie?
knees.
Uh-oh.
Taking our land, our jobs,
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
our fucking dignity. But I own this place, and here I decide. So finish your tea and get the fuck out.
Is he going to take that? Unclear.
Well, he put me in my place, so. Street kid.
I don't know if Tom is a good guy.
Thanks for the offer. Need to think about it.
I need all I
Leave?
someone other than
Actually, we just talked with a bit.
If-
honor
yes,
Yorinobu.
the Parker. What?
Okay, one of these
And
must
his
advance
He
the
invented
objective.
a relic. Fine. And if that means
Hellman, I myself.
why you look
Hell man.
For
You finished this, Vinny?
No,
I
no,
was
no, no.
quickly dismissed by.
No.
she take you
I don't remember this
He's
much,
not
Rogue's
this
well
much
informed.
exposition.
gets
I wish
Yeah, I
you
mean,
luck.
I don't know if I were
Though
picking the
mine's
most efficient
choosy,
dialogue options in terms of just moving things forward.
I cannot stay here any longer. Do what you want. When my people in Arasaka are ready to
So you
listen,
get like
I'll call you.
you get different backgrounds,
till then, I guess.
like when you
Okay.
when you start,
If
and
by
that can
some
lead
miracle
to
you'll find
different. I think the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. There you go.
Ah,
Zapper dumples and filth. In some
This
ways,
is my
that
first Johnny
never
Silverhand. I've never.
Arasaka stood
Never
the
partook?
despotic machine in the
Nope.
world's on a
It's
collision
Keanu Reeves.
course
I don't know
with
if you know that.
chaos.
He's
Oh,
Johnny
wow,
Silverhand.
really?
Yeah.
Rogue's
Hmm?
still
Oh,
alive.
man. Wow. I've heard of him.
You know, you got
Yeah.
some nerve.
He's in John Wick.
First you had to kill me, now you want to be my
You know you don't gotta speak.
What do you want?
And-
Go fuck yourself,
Dick
dick
wipe.
wipe.
Hey, wasn't he? And I've taken
Hey, here's a
step
random
back.
question. Who's the
Look at
director
me.
of the John Wick? Is it
Think we
Chad
might be able
Stahelski,
to
the guy
help
who
each
did
other.
yes, it is.
We can
John Wick movies? Okay.
Ah, it did it again.
You're the
Did
ghost
it
of
again. You
Christmas
got
past,
you got
asshole.
a buzz
Yep.
again.
The friends you had are either
Oh, boy.
dead
I've
or
got
so
something to
old
figure
their
out.
memory's gone.
All right.
Johnny
Yes, it is
Silverhand's
Chad
on the lake.
Stahelski.
Nobody forget.
I just
Some
installed the
fucking
drivers
rogue.
for this
What
Motu
do I
like
say to her?
30 seconds
Gotta
before the
talk
stream
brain tumor
started, so I might have to
claims
fiddle with the
Trust
settings
me,
there.
Rogues heard dumber shit than that.
Yeah, I was just reading. I did not realize apparently Stahelski was Brandon Lee's stunt double in The Crow.
Danced any tune I play or
Yes, I knew he was a stunt performer. I didn't know that
There is
specific
no
one, but yeah.
us.
He literally was Brandon Lee's stunt performer and had basically filled in for him to help them finish the movie after Brandon Lee died.
Huh.
Dude went from being the Crow to making the John Wick movies. All the career. Boy, apparently I'm going to another bar.
Zoom. Cool car.
That? Oh, is this a side thing? Where's my guideline?
I think you, for this
Do
one,
I have to. It says optional.
Yeah, so I think if you select the other one, you'd get a guide because this would be a call from your.
Oh, I see.
Your business.
Is that in the journal?
Probably.
Oh, I see.
Select
Here
the
we
bottom
go.
one, yeah.
Ha. Whoop. Driving with a keyboard.
Yep. You guys ever, if you mouse and keyboard a game like this, you ever have a controller plugged in just for driving?
Really?
I just don't play games like this, mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
I usually just kind of deal with it.
It's for me, it depends how much driving there is. I will definitely just have a controller plugged in for switching. Just plug in my racing wheel.
Hey, look.
For an authentic experience.
Extremely bummed since this Path Tracing update came out that there is no flashlight in this game. I wish they had it. At least I Googled about it and people were saying there is not.
Oh, is there not? I thought there was a mod for, maybe I'm thinking of just a mod for seeing in the dark, like night vision.
Got a good memory for faces.
So that I believe you do get.
Here for a good time.
Need to talk to Evelyn Parker.
And
Not here right now.
did they not even make eye contact?
You know where she's to be found?
There you go.
I ain't her BFF. Better off asking you.
Is this the super flashy bit in the game? It might be. If it is, we should probably not show it. That unless they fixed it. I think it was always intense.
Flashy?
Yeah, where you put the headset on.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, what?
You know.
Fuck to death.
I don't know.
That is how that is the accent that is meant to be read in, I guarantee you.
Sure.
Welcome to Fuck to Death.
Mr. V says this is after that part. Okay. Man, that part was intense.
Is it like too violent or what's the deal?
No, it was just like super strobe, just like full
like
screen
intense
strobe.
flashing light, yeah.
It was like full screen strobe lighting. A lot of people are saying they fixed it almost immediately.
Okay. It's a good looking club, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff looks pretty nice.
Definitely has the vibe of a club from one of the movies we've watched in the Watchcast for like those 90s. We have to have our club scene club. Except there's not really any music and the people are dancing. Hello. I can hear you.
I'm just admiring the shadowing on your face.
Mm-hmm.
I like the sound of your leather every time you move a little bit.
Yeah, the pants are definitely stretching as you go along.
World's most comfortable or uncomfortable? I've never worn leather pants, so I don't know.
Last night, Gina and me sitting at the bar, and she's rapping on about the bank stuff. All the while, I'm angling to get a word in because I need her to cover for me that afternoon when I go to pick my daughter up from preschool. But it's chill, you know. This guy still was saying,
Hey, where are you going? Nothing to sit back here.
Let it lie. Judy's friend.
Dressing room.
You done with that barbecue?
Yep.
I like that you were literally looking for every lighting source in the room and just making sure you get a little look at it.
Supposed to do with them all.
Little tour here.
So concerned about strays, go
beeped
take
again.
care of your guest.
Sus, we're not done here.
Oh yeah, we fucking are.
It's a lot of colored lighting.
What do you want?
Listen, have you seen Evelyn? Need to talk to her. It's important.
Why? So you can make her your scapegoat
I've heard
for your
some
train wreck of a heist.
I don't know, there's some mixed conversation about whether there might be, if not this strobing light, then possibly some boobs somewhere around here.
I seem to know how the heist went. Meaning you did.
Just a thing to be mindful of.
Yeah.
I know how you fucked up. Got all your Jumbas killed like a real.
I think Judy is
led
one of the
myself,
more
too.
well-liked characters in this game, though.
Sure, I took a risk. She knew what this was.
I played as the female main character in this. The
But you're desperate.
dude voice.
Writing's on your face.
I don't
Not
know
great.
I don't know if I love it.
Not great.
Excuse me? I came here with a simple question. You're
It's
the
just
one making me desperate
extremely
if I am.
basic,
Maybe instead of
generic
judging,
video game
you could
dude
just tell me where she
voice.
All right, enough. Get lost.
Like, I feel like I can predict exactly
care
what any
so
game
much.
with a character
Find
creator
clouds.
like this, I can pretty much
there.
guess exactly what
Where's
the dude
clouds?
character is going to sound like.
Sig case on my desk's got the address.
Because they're
Just
all
take it
this.
Mega Tower. Luxurious. Evelyn's there. You know this. Or are you guessing?
Saw it in the tarots. Now go.
So, you know, you are in a brothel, so as you're running around, just be mindful of possible boobs.
So, clouds?
Can you take out your weapon here and like try and shoot some lights out?
House.
No, it won't let me draw a weapon
Evelyn
here.
a regular there.
Or a drone.
Maybe after he disappears it will? Or does he disappear?
I don't know if he does.
And just unlimited Keanu, huh?
That's what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Some shimmering problems there, my friend.
Swimmy vertices.
Oh.
Let's just say that's not a cigarette he's smoking.
Yeah, I can't get the gun out. Does this game let you shoot out lights in general?
That's what I was kind of wondering. I think you can. Maybe you have to get outside. Can't shoot up Lizzie's bar.
I think I just woke up one day looking
Nothing
like
here.
this is real life, not no fairy tale. That demands sacrifice.
Oh, still no gun.
Admit it. This is about Judy's virtue.
There's a gun.
And that's how you go.
Okay.
Call me Mr.
Finish this another time.
Nope.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. Maybe those are protected. I was trying to call you.
Back to our chat. Name's V. And what? No, pleased to meet yous?
Pleased to meet yous.
Honored to meet you. You got any biz?
Mr. Hands?
Mm-hmm.
Call me Mr. Hands.
Like a building H8.
You guys never get bored.
Oh.
Seems like a stealable car.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
There may be some consequences to that.
Yeah, I don't think they like that you did that, because that might have been their car.
Should have locked their car.
Yeah, it's the first rule of mugging. Make sure you lock your car
boy.
before you go mugging.
Whoa, boy.
Whoa! What happened there?
Some other player had a worse time.
Good old open world video games. Always finding ways to surprise you.
Nice. Threading the needle. Oh my gosh, that's so far away. It's like Gotham Knights far away. Nice. Inside.
It's been a long time.
Wakako Okada, the Lady of Westbrook Estate.
Driving as well.
Whoa!
We must settle our
Nice
accounts.
parking, Tex.
Dorset. You did quite well. You and that friend of yours. Until then.
folks in the chat, is this hour count on this game? Is it in like the 40s to 50s if you do a decent amount of stuff, or are we talking like the 90s to 100s if you're doing a lot of the side stuff? Curious. Down to
70 hours for one. 40, 50, 50, 60.
Okay.
Maybe something to fix up some of the
Completionist in the chat says 90.
Okay, that's kind of where I was around guessing.
Seems like it could be a 50 to 100 hour range for most people.
The Stan's Tiger Claws product.
Going to the clouds.
Oh,
Way I see it,
boy,
I've been
he's
waiting
just
for
all
you
over this game.
Getting off,
Mhm.
or getting off. Place your bets.
Welcome to N54 News.
My mistake.
False choice.
Enlighten me. Braindance chick is hiding something. No coincidence we already saw 2 tiger claws. They must control the building.
As you recall, 35 miners became trapped.
The yellow one always the story choice?
I'm not sure.
What they're doing.
I would assume so.
Little something called intuition, V.
Oh, I see. You can't fast forward the Johnny Silverhand stuff, huh?
Listen, they
Spent
pay the
Keanu
salary.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. They spend
You're
Keanu
getting
money.
all of
They're
it.
going to get their money's worth.
Oh, head
Oh, in
to
the
clouds.
evening.
I think you're in the evening. Yeah.
I have to advance time, or
I think
3 in
you're
the morning.
okay.
Is that
Yeah, it
evening?
seems nighttime. Yeah, that seems like evening. I'd call that evening.
Oh, man, wow, there sure is a lot of neon in this game. Oh,
Welcome to Clouds, where we know what you're looking for. Would you care to jack into the terminal?
Jack into the terminal. Jack in, all right.
Let's do this.
This will be a live session, so events may take an
Oh, boy.
unexpected turn. If you
Is this
feel
going to be a
like
thing?
now for your safe word.
Okay, if you don't want boobs, this is the warning.
And safe.
Okay, okay. If you okay, so if you pick the dude for this one, no boobs.
Oh, I see.
oh.
Did you pick 2 people?
I picked. Didn't
matches.
do anything.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question. Do we get the dude? Do we get Dong? Is he
Who
gonna hang
can
Dong?
Say what is normal.
Full Dong.
You're clearly a unique person with unique tastes. Our system can handle it. So who will it be? Angel?
Do we have an answer?
Sky?
I want to see the dong.
I think an angel looks good.
I couldn't have chosen better myself. Now for the
Okay.
payment.
Which one was Angel?
I think the
There you
dude.
go.
And the entire floor, Angel awaits you. Disconnect.
Yeah, Jack
that
out.
We have a strict no weapons policy here
Come
at
on.
Clouds. Please deposit any and all hazardous items with me.
Come on. I want to get straight into the dong.
Only 2 willing to spread their legs for you. Sad.
Jeez, Keanu. Relax.
Yeah, don't be an asshole, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Fortunately, they don't render the character model in them, so you can't actually see yourself walking around
Huh.
in the reflections.
There's like a
Oh,
whole
actually,
mirror
it's weird.
mechanic in the game.
There is,
Oh.
but I think not these surfaces.
That makes you a real deviant.
Would have had more
Damn,
choices.
is he around this much all the time?
I don't remember. I maybe I didn't get far enough. Whoa.
Oh,
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Get in there.
Vincent, right?
That's me.
I'm Angel. angel.
Sure, why not? Do what you do best.
I know that you're dying.
Safe word. Just do the same. Just do your safe word and bounce out.
Deep inside, you fear this. Cower before it.
Does Twitch really penalize in-game nudity? I mean, I know, like, real-life people.
The loudest
No,
calling for
let's
help.
just say they're
but
maybe
That's
not
why you're
consistent.
Look around. Tell me what you see.
Not a dong.
Listen, I'm looking for someone who worked here.
You must see the big picture. You focus too much on details, minor ones, like Evelyn.
Please don't act like you know me. I just...
But are you?
I was told this place would fulfill my deepest desire.
When true desires go unfulfilled.
So what's it I need so badly? Come to terms? Sure. Let me just curl up here on the floor and wait.
Well, you're having a moment here.
Yeah.
Give up.
In this
That's what you're
fucking
saying.
David Lynch
Actually,
sex
I'm
room.
saying the opposite. You wish to leave something behind, a piece of yourself. That's why this all began.
Oh, recline.
It wasn't even that long ago. I was out to grab everything. And then, well, it all happened. Feels like that person wasn't even still.
And after that?
I'll be shredded. I'll disappear. There'll be
Just gonna take a nap.
nothing.
You can't know that.
No. But I got a pretty good idea.
The thought of it doesn't sadden you?
Of course I'm sad and surprised. Death was something that happened to other people. Hell, that I dealt to others. Now my number will be up. It's gonna go out in a memorable...
Does
You wish to do so much.
Cyberpunk have like androids? Are there
Like straight up actual robots?
Yeah,
Like,
like-
not augmented people?
Yeah.
I thought it was all just augmented
This is
people,
the
but maybe
part where I
not.
tell you what you must do.
Oh, okay. Be my guest.
I would
You
assume
never
so?
back down from anything, so don't
But-
stop now. Not one
What's it
step
say?
backwards. In this city, people die on their way to the corner store for a scop pop. But that threat's never stopped you.
Your head's kind of clipping
Things are
through
moving
Yeah.
the
way too
hands.
fast. Around me, without me. I can't keep up.
A minor delusion. The truth is, we and our paths are braided, never ending, ever transforming. Not being, but becoming. And
Did
what's
this scene
happening
wander in
inside
from a
you
different video game?
can change the world. Listen, V. Never look back. If you must kill, kill. If you must burn all the world to the ground, then let it burn.
Got it.
Okay?
Sure.
Thanks for this. I don't want to go out there.
No one ever does. But eventually we all must.
Is that it?
Is that it? Wait,
Thanks.
That's totally it.
wait. So if you pick Sky,
Samurai.
is she naked?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
What?
We didn't pick Sky.
What happened?
Wait, I was seeing
You
like a
interrupted
trance.
the session? Did I do something wrong?
No, you were just repeating
Were you not
yourself.
satisfied?
Evelyn Parker. What do you know about her?
Wait just a sec. That's not how this works. You can't ask me about the dollhouse or anything like that. I could get in serious trouble. Go. Please, just go.
You gotta help me, please. I'm no threat, and she could be in trouble. Just want to talk to her. Find out if she's okay.
Look, I barely knew her, and I have no clue where she is.
Nobody came looking for her. Nothing out of the ordinary happened.
There was an incident with a client.
You can't smoke in here.
Yeah, you can't smoke it.
I don't know the specifics. One doesn't ask about these things around here. Tom might know. He and Evelyn were close. Go ask him. And please leave me alone.
Tom, who's he?
Friend of...
Where'll I find...
He's a...
You
Thanks.
ever gonna get to shoot anything? Run outside and start causing mayhem.
I mean, it is that kind of game. You can do that.
True.
I can't get in? What's that mean? I'm here every motherfucking week. You're not authorized to access the VIP area. Oh, yes, I am. No, sir, you're
Really, I'm not either.
take it up with the manager. No, dog. I'm taking it up with you here now. You got any idea who
Skill
I am?
checks in this game.
This conk don't understand that I've got a right to be in there.
Is this a Deus Ex? Is there an air duct in the bathroom I can climb through?
I think it is kind of a Deus Ex, but I don't know if there's an air duct here.
There is something on the toilet for you, though.
No shortage of wise. I'll see. You're going back upstairs?
In a minute. Need to piss first.
I bet this guy's got a key.
I bet he does.
The fist icon over this guy's head is instructive here. Can I not use a gun? I can do this.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's stuff him in the closet. Take his katana.
Always take the katana.
Okay then. Whoa.
I think there was a key card slot next to it, wasn't there? Oh, is it, or is it up there? Fine, Tom.
The hostile area.
What will you have?
Oh.
Anything?
Yes.
Whatever stands
Well,
to fuck me
no.
up the quickest. Hard day. More like hard life.
You better keep this short and sweet.
Hi.
Johnny, you didn't.
Something might have gone
Kinda-
wrong here.
Boots
kind of in the floor.
Sure,
Feet okay there,
don't have your
man?
details? Sorry, no idea what I'm supposed to do.
I need to get in touch with Evelyn.
You
mean
she had
tell you herself she was skipping town?
told me she
Woodman.
Mr.
Okay.
That kind of looks like Russell Wilson.
Got it.
Could it be Woodman finally shed some light on this shit show?
He also just reverse direction?
An only dream.
Yes.
The skull sponges in these
He's sitting?
dolls. That's what
Oh,
they should be
he's clipping through the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it kind of looks like he's supposed to be leaning against something.
Yeah, it looks like he used to be
know.
against the wall.
He's like supposed to be up against the wall. Or something. I'm not sure.
He's definitely leaning against that guy.
Oh.
And there he goes.
Cyberpunk 2077.
It's better now.
All right, should we wrap?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh. Unless I'm about to fight.
I think you might be in fight. You might be fighting.
I think you might be fighting.
Wait, I'm getting shot at, and I still can't. Oh God, I surrendered my guns. That's right.
Oh, and you couldn't
That
take
would
out
do
the
it.
katana? Okay.
That would do it.
I kept hitting one, going, "Where the fuck is my gun?" And I totally forgot I turned them in. Anyway,
Cyberpunk, Path Traced, Minecraft, Legends.
Got it.
Got it.
if I can equip the katana real quick if you want to see me kill somebody.
Can you? Did it let you? All right.
Could it be?
There he is.
Finally
That's probably where he was
Yeah,
supposed to
this
be.
shit show.
There's a sword.
Can only dream. The skull sponges in these dolls.
Ugh.
Replacing.
Yeah, I
What?
I know it.
Oh, he just killed the guy from Deus Ex.
Done. Is it auto equip
You
guns?
did it. Finally, someone died.
His character.
Probably a faster way to do that, but whatever. Oh my god, wow.
Well
then.
then. You really brought that
Brand
on
new
yourself,
character.
honestly.
Brand new character.
Renfield,
Yeah.
bring your own blood.
Mm-hmm.
That is a grab bag stream for today. Tomorrow, Brad, some Dead Island 2 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have some more tomorrow. Come check out. Folks, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you very much. We got the Watchcast up, Ramblecast, Podcast, Cast, Mondays, Sons of the Forest stream. I'm really liking that game.
Me too.
I'm oddly enjoying it. That's going to do it, everybody. Take it easy. Have a good Thursday, and we'll be back tomorrow for more. See ya.